Welcome to the Saturday Morning Muse, everyone. I'm Andy Tempty, and today is January the 21st, 2023. Today we're talking about striving to become a net giver throughout one's life. So giving versus taking. This is one of, if not the most important balancing acts that we play throughout our lives. We come into the world naked and completely dependent on our parents and caregivers. Throughout our youth, and especially when we're teenagers, we are by definition net takers. As we age, however, we build and refine a portfolio of knowledge, skills, abilities, and attitudes, also known as competency, with the goal of providing for ourselves, our families, and contributing to our employers and the broader community. During the journey of life, we experience many ups, downs, and loopbacks. Life is anything but a straight line. There are periods during adulthood when we must also be net takers. These are times of disruption when the unexpected throws us off our axis and we're forced to lean on others for support. Examples include the death of a loved one, divorce, victimhood of a crime, illness, and personal injury, but there are many, many other things that can throw us off balance. To improve resilience and the ability to return to a state of productivity and giving, we can proactively invest in education and skill development throughout our lives. This is why being a lifelong learner is so incredibly important. With a strong portfolio of human and technical skills, the ups can be higher, the downs are muted, and the loopbacks are shorter in duration. Doesn't mean that they won't exist and won't happen, but lifelong learning is one of the great levelers and is a positive thing in our lives. A strong competency portfolio is also more durable through time, especially if it's continually maintained and grown. Personal resilience and competency durability are critical because they allow us to have longer stints of net giving throughout our lives, increasing the probability that we can conclude our time on this pale blue dot as a net giver. While the choice of technical skill path is yours, accountant, plumber, electrician, whatever suits you, I can provide a universal list of the human skills that are necessary to become a net giver. The first skill set is that of empathy and compassion. Empathy is defined as the ability to share someone else's feelings or experiences by imagining what it would be like to be in that person's situation. That comes from the Cambridge dictionaries. Compassion is even more powerful and is defined as empathy plus a willingness to do something about another's plight or challenge. If you can't vicariously put yourself in someone else's shoes, how can we effectively give back? The second skill is that of self-awareness. Self-awareness is defined as the ability to see oneself clearly and objectively through introspection and reflection. If we can't envision who we are as a contributing member of society, how can we possibly help others learn and grow? The third set is that of collaboration and teamwork. Yes, it's a nauseating statement, but teamwork does really make the dream work. Ugh, I can't believe I just said that. If we all operate as lone wolves, focusing on our own self-interest or only the interest of a small, like-minded group, then becoming a net giver is really not possible. The final set of skills is that of courage and vulnerability. I place these two skills together because they are, in my opinion, two sides of the same coin. It takes courage to put yourself out there, to consciously decide to give back, dive in, and make a difference. What if I make a mistake? What if I'm not ready to step up? This is where constructive vulnerability comes in. People need to see that you're human, that you can recognize and learn from mistakes, that you don't have all the answers, but if we work together, we can make a difference. Now, you might be asking, what does this have to do with business? The answer is that organizational health relies heavily on the net giver status of the employee population in your business. If everyone is operating as a net taker, then team dynamics will suffer, fiefdoms will be built, and everyone will be looking over their shoulder for that next jab in the back. Trust cannot flourish in a net taker environment. In contrast, if you foster a culture of net giving, then alignment around goals becomes easier. Teamwork and collaboration become the norm, and the success of the organization as a whole becomes a shared mindset. To be blunt, we will not only survive but thrive as a species if more of us become net givers. Our businesses will be healthier as a result. If we focus on ourselves and take more than we give, our pale blue dot will ultimately be transformed into a brown wasteland. I recently had a health scare in my family that reminded me that to win at the game of life, we must, on balance, give more than we take. Thank you so much for listening today. Have a great weekend.